that you have like a little bit of London accent in you.
Yeah, I'm originally from London.
There you go.
Yeah, I
didn't even know that.
Yeah, I'm originally from South London. So, well, I was born in Dublin, Ireland, but I was raised in South London, hence the South London accent. Okay. Hi guys, we are live. Okay, there is a 30-second delay on the stream, so they're just seeing what we're just talking about. So, yeah, I know he's here, and everyone in chat's like, "Welcome, Das. Welcome, Das." Everyone's welcoming you. Yeah. I've probably got the most awesome guys ever, especially like Pale Hands, who's currently in the shower because he was kind of nervous too, and I've got, of course, Overlord saying hi to you.
Thanks. I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, dude. There's some app running.
Yeah, because
there we go. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah. I hardly could ever understand you.
And there we go. No problem. Okay, guys. We're gonna start the podcast off here real quick because we are running a little bit behind, and Das is a very busy person. So I'm gonna start off with Das. Please introduce yourself.
Sure. Like, what do you want to know? Because I can, well, pretty much just like you, I can talk for hours, dude.
Introduce yourself, your channel, just you,
Sure, that makes sense. I'm 30, I'm from Holland, that's also the Netherlands in Europe. Mm-hmm. I'm considered a streamer and a YouTuber, pretty much. I have a YouTube channel where I upload any sort of game that I like. So I'm not like really known for just League of Legends or just Minecraft or just War Thunder. Just whatever, and that can change like instantly.
Yep, and of course I'm the digital host for the most, Deceptive Monahan, and with me as always is the lovely Baroness down below. And she's muted.
Aww.
Blooper.
I could hear her. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, now I'm going to go right into the questions because I know we're full of plan. Okay, what got you into being a YouTuber or a Twitch person / Twitch personality?
Well, you never really opt in for that, do you? You just start to upload what you like, and I did the same thing. I didn't even start with games. I used to be a vlogger, so just telling my daily life to my audience, which was really small back then. I think I had like 5 viewers on my first video. Then I just started to pick up, and actually did start in English. Just imagine that.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Now you speak your native tongue, don't you, in your videos?
Yeah. Then about a year later, I just decided, well, this is not for me.
Exactly.
There's too many competition, or just not. It doesn't feel natural, and then I just started doing it in Dutch, and it got me to where I am now. So just starting out of fun and like a hobby, which it still is to me. That's my job.
Yeah, literally same with me. Same with me. What started me off was I was playing World of Tanks with some friends, and I had this really monstrous game, and I'm like, how can I save this? And a friend of mine's like, you got the replay file? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, record it. I'm like, how? With what? I tried Bandicam. I tried all these recording softwares, and it saved the files that was so large. I was like, and then a friend said, try XSplit. And I'm like, what the hell is XSplit? And that's what got me looking into live streaming and whatnot. And I did get to save that replay. It's on my YouTube channel. So, but that's what got me really mostly into Twitch was World of Tanks. I was looking just for something to save my games, because back then there wasn't any way you could save replays of an older game, just like as we realized earlier with War Thunder and whatnot. Okay, I'm going to go right into the third question. I'm going to waffle on. Why do you like to help the underdogs, like my channel?
Well, it does like make you sound a little bit like you're above everybody else if you ask it that way. Like an underdog. I don't really consider you an underdog. I just consider you like a fellow content creator.
Well, thank you.
But if you really wanna put statistics in it, then sure, I guess that I do help more smaller channels or streamers. And my answer is pretty much just why not. And I'm not trying to be the good guy here, like, I'm such a philanthropist and I help a lot of people, not at all. But just whenever I see somebody that I like to watch and they're reachable, so I can actually talk to them. I know. Then I just see like what they need, and in your case, that was a sponsorship and maybe some content creation together. So.
Trust me, my friend, I know exactly how you feel, because I've tried to contact Fly Daily. I've tried to contact Jingles. I've tried to contact all these other big guys and say, look, You know, can I please get you for a podcast interview? It's only going to be like 15, 20 minutes of your time at best. You know, I'll send you the questions beforehand. Jingles even responded to me, so I'm like, yes. He goes, let me look at the questions. I sent him some of the questions, and he was like, okay, yeah, we can do this. And all of a sudden, it was like, oh, I'm going to TwitchCon. I'm going to this thing. I'm going to that thing. And I literally just getting pushed back and back and back to the point where I was like, yeah, Mr. Jingles, I understand you're busy, but let's just forego. You know, I understand you're too busy, so I'll look at getting someone else. And the reason why I help smaller channels, and I call them smaller, not because of viewer base or anything, but simply because they're just unknown. I mean, for example, if your name is The Mighty Jingles or Fly Daily, and you're in War Thunder or World of Tanks, everyone goes, oh, it's Jingles, or it's Fly, or everyone's like, oh, they go fucking apeshit. With me, luckily, knock on wood, no one's done that, oh, it's Deceptive yet. You know, or you know, and
no trolling, yeah.
And you know what? I'm telling you, I'm gonna dread the day someone goes, "Oh, look, it's that Deceptive wanker." I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I'm dead." there goes my stream. I might as well just quit now. Yeah. GG, I give up. You know what I mean, sort of thing.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, in their defense, I'm usually at that place because it's very different if you actually pick somebody to help, like in this case you.
Yeah.
Then I mean, I do get like maybe 100 requests a day from people who want to either do a video with me, upload on my channel, get a shout out on my Twitter or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
So like to them, you're probably like one of the many War Thunder streamers, and they really have to invest some time to actually check out if you're even good enough.
Exactly.
And most people don't have time. I hardly ever help somebody out of my inbox, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I do help people who are actually just finding them myself.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've got a dedicated email set up now just for replays, because people keep trying to send me replays to my main email. I'm like, guys, that's my personal email that I talk to my daughter and various other people on, you know. That has nothing to do with the Deceptive brand or anything, and that's the thing, I call it a brand. I call the Deceptive a brand, and stuff like that. And of course, that basically you've already technically answered the question 4, so we're going to skip that one. We're going to go, and technically question 5. So we're going to go straight to 2 random questions in chat. So guys in chat, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them in chat, and me and Dus will do our best to answer them as soon as we can. So we're going to, while we're waiting on that, I'm going to go straight to question 6, which is, what games have you been playing?
Like the last week, maybe the last year, today, like what
today. No, like what games have you been playing this week? You know, what games are? Okay, I'll refine the question. What is your common go-to game that you like to play just for fun?
That'll be League of Legends and War Thunder, and I'm usually not even recording whatever I'm playing. So, as a YouTuber, like a career YouTuber, you do have games that you play for content and fun. You have games that you only play to make content, but you also have games that you play for fun and not even record. And those, to me, are War Thunder and League.
Yeah. See, now my go-to games that I like to play to calm, like chill out and calm down, is if I'm mad at War Thunder, the first thing I tend to do, like if I've had a really bad stream, and I tend to just get up, walk away, calm down, spend time with the family, watch a TV show or two, Game of Thrones, you know, catch up because I've got that stuff TiVo'd and stuff.
Yeah.
Or what I tend to do is, and it's I play Titanfall. I know it's a much older game, but it's a fun game. I play Titanfall. I don't know what it is. I'm like, I'll rodeo this motherfucker and kill this great big huge freaking 80-foot tall robot by myself, you know. And that's what I do to calm down. Then that kind of covers question 7. What do you do in your off hours for relaxation and stuff? Me, I do airsoft. I go out with some friends and we shoot each other pretty much with plastic bullets.
Just airsoft, because you are in the States, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I think it was the M4, right?
Yes, I do. I do have an M4 and a few other real guns, and I do go out to the rifle range with some friends of mine to blow off some steam and whatnot. But normally, most of my friends are ex-military here in the States, and we get together, especially if one of us is having a bad day with PTSD or whatever. We get together and we go camping, or you know, we try to help each other support and get through it. You know what I mean? But that's what I do to relax. I go airsofting. Sometimes I shoot real guns. Sometimes I used to do circle track racing, but the chair I'm sitting in is my old racing chair from my race car. So everyone keeps asking.
Yeah, I mean, for myself, I like. Let me just answer the question actually instead of answering.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Question. I don't really have a lot of spare time, and I don't want to like be really sad about it and get some compliments on being a hardworking guy, but I think at most I have like one hour off a day, but I do work 7 hours a week. I haven't been on vacation for 3 years, like even though I could easily afford it, but I just can't find like 2 weeks off.
Yeah,
so I'm almost like a workaholic, I guess, and if I actually do have like one Sunday off, I just go to a zoo or take my girlfriend to a nice restaurant, stuff like that.
Actually, I have that planned.
Some family.
I actually have that planned with the Baroness. Me and the Baroness plan on going to a really nice local restaurant here on Friday, so there's going to be no stream Friday. Yeah. I decided Friday is just me and Baroness day, so we're going to Grog's, which is a locally family-owned restaurant. I like to shop locally. I like to support my local community, you know. And so I know how you feel, but I work. I also have a job. I have a day job. You know, and my boss is so cool. Thank you for hitting that follow button there, my friend. And literally, I work like 8, 9, 10 hours. Thank you for hitting the follow button again. I think I might have to stream.
I think a lot of my Dutch viewers are coming in. So.
Yeah, there's an influx coming in.
well, thank you for all the follows, my friend. No, you're fine, David. You're fine. Again, and that's what I've got going on. Is I work, you know, and I stream at the same time. There are days my boss calls me and I'm like, guys, I've got to stop the stream. I've got to go to work. But the moment I come back, I shower. You know, I come back, put on some clean clothes, camera comes back on, I'm back in War Thunder.
Back to streaming.
Yeah. Exactly, because I want to make this my full-time job, so that I can go to these Twitch cons, I can go to these events. I accidentally ordered the wrong size of t-shirts, and I mentioned that in one of my streams. Okay, this is the funny thing. Yeah. People in my stream are like, could you send me a t-shirt? I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay, they want me to sign it and stuff. This is like and this thing is, I've got my own Cafe Press store. You know, if you want you know, to support the channel, it's right down there. But they were like, no, we just want that t-shirt because you've touched it. I'm like, okay, wow. This is getting kind of weird here. You know, I'm going to have to take a couple of steps back and run away in the opposite direction from you. You know,
you would reckon that Baron from games has to like lick it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, whoa. You know,
there's no price to be
exactly. So I just recently went to my local office supply store and got me a gold Sharpie so I can sign it for them, so I can then ship it to the guys and stuff. So that's going to be fun.
Smart.
That's going to be fun. And so, okay, let's see. Question 8. What game made your channel big? What was that one game that got you exploded in your start?
Well, I started with Minecraft and League of Legends on the channel, and Skyrim, the old one, like not the old one, but like the Elder Scrolls.
The Elder Scrolls,
not the online version. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I would say that Minecraft definitely made it really big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For some reason, I know
there's no competition.
No, I know that there's a big call, especially in the Nordic countries, for games like Skyrim because it reminds them of Vikings and stuff and whatnot. Good show, by the way. Love Vikings. Epic show. My good God, that
I wouldn't consider Holland to be a Nordic country, though.
But, I'm just saying there are some Nordic countries out there that love these MMOs because it reminds them of their old times and stuff. You know, it's like, it makes you wonder. Okay, does Germans hate War Thunder then? Because it's got nothing but German tanks and stuff. You know. It makes you think, though.
It depends on the battle rating, whether or not
exactly. Now, me personally, what got my channel started was World of Tanks, but what made it really explode was War Thunder. And I still do stream World of Tanks, but very rarely now. Because, again, I'm personally boycotting wargaming. I'm at a personal odds with one of the mods on their forums. Me and him literally went to blows almost. It was one of these, give me your...
Go there and just kick their ass.
Trust me, I wanted to kick him in the shin so hard his ears bleed. Yeah. You know?
Well,
but again, personal differences. But for now, for now, War Thunder's my main two game. Where is it? Question 10. What games are you looking forward to that are coming out?
That are actually coming out or are like in development? I'm just usually the the guy that just sees what's coming out.
Yeah,
so,
I like looking at a
lot of anticipation. Usually the Ubisoft games are pretty good. The new, let's say, Far Cry, for example, would be probably really good. I'm not really waiting for the next Battlefield or Call of Duty.
No.
I'm not like that.
No. I just recently got Ark Evolution on Steam.
Yeah.
Great game, but my machine just can't run it at the frame rates I want it to. So I'm upgrading my graphics card and stuff so it can. But I like a lot of up and coming games. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did help kickstart the new War for the Overworlds because I'm a big fan of Bullfrog's original Dungeon Keeper. You know, and that's what it is. It's a spiritual successor to it, and I'm a big fan of looking at these up and coming games coming up on Kickstarter and GoFundMe and Indiegogo and stuff like that. And I like truthfully, the only game that I know that is going to be coming out is the new Star Wars Battlefront 3. Because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Huge Star Wars fan. I mean, literally...
I like the movies, but I never played the game.
If I pan my camera up, you're going to see a shelf that is full of stormtroopers. Literally full of stormtroopers.
Wow.
I mean, there's Dave. And then I've got John. And then there's Paul. I've literally named every single one of them. I'm a huge Star Wars nut. Thank you for the follow there, my friend. That's pretty much it. Okay, question 11. If you had a chance to talk to a development group or create your own game, what kind of game would it be and why? That was from my wife, by the way.
Very difficult question, but is it like the budget would be limitless as well?
Yes.
Yes, the budget.
Oh, wow, that makes it a lot easier.
Exactly, that's why I asked her. Thank you so much for the new follows, guys.
Right now you do have roaming games, but it's usually like either meaningless, like the new Lego World that just came out, Minecraft is kind of meaningless, DayZ, all you have to do is like, well, I mean, what do you have to do in H1Z1 or DayZ? Nobody really knows. Just loot, and then eventually you'll die. Just like real life, I guess.
Yeah.
What I'm really looking forward to is an actual, well, not like a copy of the real world, but probably with some more game elements in it. But somebody who is actually going to make a game where you can do anything, and I'm not really talking about anything. So not with a focus on being a gangster or driving the fastest car or stuff like that. What's the goal in life?
So Das wants to make the Matrix.
Yeah, there you go. And you could actually be a Twitch streamer in the
Exactly, you could be a Twitch streamer in the Matrix of a game while you're Twitch streaming it. Nice.
I actually killed that wargaming guy before.
Me personally, I am actually part of a game development team. Me and Cobra Nation Overlord, we've got a small little dev team together. We're making a small little zombie survival sandbox game, kind of very similar to World War Z kind of thing, where the zombies will run in a horde to you, kind of like Left 4 Dead, and they will start climbing up walls and everything, just like in the movie and stuff like that and whatnot. It's kind of it is really spooky, and we're using the Unity engine right now, and we are looking at going over to an Unreal engine. So we're looking at changing some of the game assets and whatnot. We even have a demo that you can download on our Facebook group, so to show how far we're progressing in the game, and we're doing it all out of our own pocket. We're paying for the animations. That's why I'm getting a green screen and stuff, because I'm going to be playing a couple of the characters and doing and that's why I do voiceovers. Hence the whole Cobra Commander thing and whatnot. I'm doing some of the voices for the characters in the game and stuff like that.
Nice.
So we're actually in the middle of making our own game, and its working title is called Splinter. But we're looking at changing the name something a bit later.
Unless you get like a lawsuit from the Splinter Cell guys. Like
exactly, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for them to go, oh no you don't. You know, they're going to send Sam Fisher to come get me. Oh great, that's all I need. I'll be looking up the rest of my life. Okay, I'm going to move on to question 12, which is, what advice as gamers could you give to up and coming game developers or teams?
Wow. Well, this is something that they already ask me, like, a lot, because I get invited to EA and Activision, their parties, their releases, anything. I guess some games are really vocal about it, like, well, you should do this or that. I'm just usually really excited to see what they come up with, because, like, it's their job to know. And I can only invest, like, a small portion of my time to actually think what else I would want outside of what I'm already doing and playing and liking. But sure, I do have some ideas. I think like if it's advice, listen to actual gamers, because usually they have like a focus group, right?
Yeah.
They use whenever a game is being released. I would say just throw any game into an open beta, because that really solves a lot of stuff.
I know that League of Legends has a constant development group that listens to the players about what hero needs a buff, what hero needs a nerf, what skills need, what items need to go up and go down. Again, I used to play League of Legends.
They watch Twitch streamers. They watch the esports community a lot, just to see like what needs to be nerfed or buffed. They get requests, like some funny mini games in the game. They often refresh that as well. And I think Riot Games are a really good example of actually listening to your player base. Yeah.
Guys, there was a couple of questions that came through in the chat.
Okay, what was the first one?
One of them is, you guys were asked if you like Terra,
the MMO. I'm not an overly abundantly huge MMO player. I do play World of Warcraft. I do play a few other MMOs. I've not gotten around to playing Terra yet. So my answer to that question is I'm holding in reserve. Okay. But
same. It's actually like honestly, it's on my list to do and to check out. So who knows? Stuff I've been seeing. I mean, it's pretty good. But
and then, are you hyped about Fallout 4 from Shadow?
Oh my God, absolutely yes. You have no idea. When I first saw that trailer of the dog walking through the house and whatnot, I literally lost my shit. I jumped up and down like I'm 5 years old and I've just got Star Wars toys for Christmas.
I wanna see some actual gameplay footage first.
Apparently, the trailer with the dog walking through the house was in-game footage.
Probably re-rendered though. I mean, if that's the case, then holy shit, everybody's gonna need to buy a new computer.
And no, you know what the best thing is? It's PC first. It's coming to consoles later, which means the consoles are gonna get a PC port, with it being the opposite way around, instead of PCs getting a console port. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
Oh, you have no idea. I'm like, yes. And day one mods are supported, which means if you've got the Bethesda tools for doing Skyrim and a whole bunch of their other games, they will work with Fallout 4. So you can mod Fallout 4 and everything. I'm like, oh, this is going to be so friggin' awesome. And I'm like,
I just wonder if on the multiplayer platform they would do the same thing that War Thunder is doing, so you can actually play together with PS4 and PC players. Maybe add extra in as well.
You know, that leads me on to a little bit of something I was going to talk about, which was about games in general, which is, one thing I do like about War Thunder is it's cross-platform. You can play with PS3, PS4 players and whatnot. But the one thing I hate about PC gaming, day one DLC. That shit winds me up. There's no point in popping down $60, $70, $80 or more, because euro difference, and all of a sudden you log in, you've patched, you're updated, and all of a sudden it's like brand new day one DLC or the season pass, which costs half the cost of the game, and I'm like,
I mean, Call of Duty does that, right?
Yeah, so you've literally split your player base before you've even got a player base by having DLC right there, because there are some kids who can't afford the DLC. Now, again, I come from a classic console era. Right now I'm looking at an 8-bit Nintendo, freaking N64, and Christ knows what else, a Dreamcast right over there. Not a single one of those bloody things had DLC. If there was an expansion that came out for that game, it came out in a cartridge. You know, you had to buy it. What's up?
Joss, you're being asked if you see the chat.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it all the time. Yeah.
Yes, he does see it, guys.
so I do see you. Yeah.
And hello, greetings, guys. Greetings. I'm not a huge fan of day one DLC. I understand that development teams, up to a certain point, just sit around twiddling their thumbs, you know, doing nothing, and basically that's when the game company is like, okay, look, do some skins.
Let's make some more money right now.
Yeah,
and going to release it.
I would love to. I'm not against DLC. I'm not against game companies making money. I'm not. What I suggest they do is they wait maybe 3-6 months, so they can build up their player base. You know what I mean? And this whole and the whole store exclusives. Go to GameStop and you get this skin, or go to this Walmart and you get this skin, or go to Kmart and you get this skin, or whatnot. That
because everything is already well, not everything. Like a lot of games are free to play, and then they have an inbuilt money-making system with mini payments, pretty much like War Thunder has. But yeah, League of Legends is the same thing. Even what's it called? Can't even remember. But Destiny has it as well, for example.
Okay,
there's that. I mean, because like free-to-play games. Are we going to get like the first Call of Duty in like 3 or 4 years that's actually free to play, but if you want to level faster or
buy or unlock this perk or unlock this gun, you got to pay X amount of money. Yeah, I'm honestly waiting for it. I know Battlefield used to have a free to play variant of its game called Battlefield Free to Play, but it was full of hackers and everything, and it really wasn't worth playing. See, that's the problem with free to play games. They are usually hack infested. What's the question?
Yeah, Danny and me could just talk for hours. So just interrupt by all means.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you played OSU?
OSU? No.
No.
The look on my face kind of tells you.
It came from Gamer112OJ.
Sorry, Gamer12OJ. No, I have not played it.
Sounds like an experimental Russian tank destroyer.
Yeah, it does actually. I'm like, I may have had that.
I haven't driven the OSU yet.
Nope. No, I have not driven the OSU yet. No, not yet. No, quite.
No, but in all seriousness, I haven't. No.
No, we haven't. No, I'm sorry, I haven't. If you have a link to the game, post it in chat, guys. You know, my only chat rooms is there's the game.
Okay. I am not going to try that name, but Nellis, it looks like, says, question, David, what do you think of your fans?
Well, the tiny figures, right? Because I even tweet them, like, every content. Like, even if I'm not on my own stream, I'll let them know. My audience is really crazy, I would say. They're really loyal as well, but they're also really awesome. We had... how long time ago was that, guys? Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had a meetup in the middle of Holland, and 6,500 people showed up. Yeah.
Holy cow! If that
was only for a day, but I only did like 500 autographs and pictures, but I could probably be there for like a week. And still haven't spoken to anybody. So
nice.
My audience is really cool.
I'm gonna answer that concerning my followers. My followers are unique. That's the only word I can call them. Unique. Not unique as in crazy. Not unique as in like freaking out there, like they believe in tinfoil hats and aliens and stuff. No. What I mean by unique is, when I'm having a bad day, one of them will say something in the stream to cheer me up. Which usually I'm supposed to be cheering them up. You know, we feed off of each other. You know, I feed off of them as much as they feed off of me. When I'm playing a game, one of them will say, "Oh no! Try this with your tank instead, or try this with your plane instead. You'll do much." They give me advice as much as I give it. You know, it's kind of like it's like a symbiote thing, kind of like how Venom works in the Marvel comics. You know.
Another question.
Go ahead.
What is the best tank at War Thunder from Sev?
That's personal.
Well, I think we'll have two different answers.
I was gonna say that's personal preference.
I think we both agree that there's no best tank. Everybody could say that the mouse is like almost indestructible, but it has a lot of downsides.
Yes, it's slow as hell, and you can easily kill it using a bomber or an airstrike.
A bomber, definitely. Yeah. I mean, even M41, like with the saber rounds, can kill it with like 2 shots.
Yeah, the Walker Bulldog.
Myself, though, I really like 3.3 battle rating tanks. I like that a lot. So 16, 34. I mean, Russian tanks are pretty good. And then with the 5.0 battle rating, the SU-152 will one-shot anything from any direction, no matter the angle. But I think German tanks are actually pretty good.
I'm an absolutely huge fan of 3 different battle tiers, which is kind of ironic. I love my 5.0 Soviets, KV-2, ISU-152, T-34-85, good punchy guns, good mobility for their size. For their size, it's incredibly mobile. And then I like German 3.7s. So you got the Panzer 3M, the Panzer 4J, the Panzer Kampfwagen Aus G, and because they've got good punchy guns but no bloody armor. They're the complete opposite of Soviet tanks. You know what I mean?
I was about to say, I mean, the KV-1 is 3.7 as well, like
KV-1,
L11.
Yep.
That's like almost indestructible. Like, yeah.
Especially if you angle it at 45 degrees with your lower tank and then the turret.
It stays red, like no matter what.
Yeah, you can bounce shells all goddamn day. Even artillery will bounce off of you. You know.
Okay, so there's another question in chat from Gamer112, but I am not going to try to repeat it.
Question for you both: how do you think about point-of-fight games? This is not part of the question. Bronies point-of-fight a lot. Bronies.
I think there should be more My Little Pony in any game. Like they should just add skin, and they should I agree.
I'm the complete opposite. No. Let me explain.
Sure.
One of my old clan leaders in World of Tanks, because World of Tanks has a huge bronies thing. Okay, they've even got mods where they modify the crew to look like My Little Pony. Okay, and one of my higher ups in my old clan demanded that I install a mod pack that completely overhauled all of my game so that I have My Little Pony in every nation, in every tank. And I looked at him and went, you can go yourself.
What's wrong with that?
Now it's personal taste.
I'm just kidding.
No, I understand. I'm just explaining. It's personal taste. If I wanna put a furry suit on and stuff and do that, good for you. You're not hurting anyone. Good for you. I don't want my tank commander to look at me with a horse head on, because I'm going to instantly think something from from freaking Scarface. You know.
Exactly.
I'm going to look at it and go, oh crap. You know.
Okay, well I took out your Twitter link. There's another question in chat.
Okay, what's the question?
Well, you're gonna.
What's the question?
What are you gonna do? You're gonna type it?
I don't see the question. What is the question?
Okay, it's from Sev. It says, what do you think of people that are level 12 on War Thunder playing Tier 2?
I think they're about on par.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm like level 30 maybe, and I play Tier 2 and 3 as well. I just combine it with Tier 4 and 5.
I'm level 53 plus, and I still go back to reserve tanks because some of my viewers are in reserve tanks, and I don't want them to feel excluded. So, some people may think I'm stat peddling. I don't give a crap. They can think that. But frankly, all I'm trying to do is be accommodating to my viewers. I don't care if you've got tier 5 tanks. I don't care if you've got reserve tanks. I don't care if you've got reserve planes. I don't care if you've got bloody jets. If you want to platoon up with me, and there's a room in my platoon, I'm going to make room. I'm going to fly. I'll tank with you. It's how it works. You got to be in it to win it. You know what I mean? So, I'm not going to screw over this one guy in a Panzer 1C if I'm cruising around in a Maus. I shoot Panzer 1Cs out the barrel of my damn tank. So come on. You got to be fair. You got to be fair to the poor bugger.
Yep.
So I'm glad that helps. Exactly, Leo, Overlord. I'm level 36 and I play reserve planes against jets. Yes, I know that, because that's because you're crazy.
There's another one, which is, which game from your childhood would you... Oh, heck. It just went off my screen.
Oh, I've seen it, yeah. What game from the childhood would you like to play again? And I think, this is Jolien, I know her, I think the entire question would be, if you haven't played it already. I mean, we can play games from our childhood, but... What game would you like to experience from the first time over again? I would go for probably the original Command & Conquer, maybe? Red Alert 1 from 1995.
I personally would go back and play, and it's an obscure game on the Super Nintendo. It's a game called Metal Marines. And it's an obscure, like I said, it's an obscure game done by Namco. It was Namco's very first ever Super Nintendo game they made. It's called Metal Marines.
There we go.
It's like SimCity, but you're designing robots and nuclear missiles to kill the enemy team. So instead of building like a hospital and a construction zone like you do in SimCity, you're building an industrial zone to build huge, great big 80-foot mechs. Picture Titanfall, but scaled down. So you send your Titans over to attack him, you nuke him, you send missiles and everything and whatnot. It was a fun bloody game. I loved it. I rented it first from Blockbuster. fell in love with the game, and I demanded that my mum buy it for me. Yeah, I'm like, Mum, you've never bought me anything in my entire fucking life. You're buying me this game, goddammit. And
she did.
And she did. She bought it, and she also bought me a copy of Road Rash 3 on the Sega Mega Drive. And because I love the Road Rash series, Road Rash 1, Road Rash 2, Road Rash 3. And she kept the Road Rash 3 and kept it in a Christmas, and she wrapped it up for Christmas, but gave me my Metal Marines early for Christmas. So I played the hell out of Metal Marines. So if you can, look for it. Metal Marines, 2 separate words, Super Nintendo, absolutely epic game. Trust me, Das, if you got to play it, you'd love it, mate. It's addictive. It is addictive.
There's another one, which is, David, where are you? Beeland Man?
Beeland?
Where am I what?
It's Beeland Man.
It's, well, you know what kappa is? It's a troll question.
Okay.
You don't, yeah. You should usually just respond with yes.
Yes.
Yes. My natural response is to call them Dave. If someone, no, seriously, if someone hits the follow button and I don't know their name, I'm like, thank you, Dave, and I carry on playing, you know, because I'm not going to try and butcher their name, you know, because some people take pride in their screen name like I do. I love being called Deceptive. Everyone's like, it's spelt wrong. No, it's my interpretation of the word deceptive. It's deceptively deceptive.
Wow.
You know?
That's deep.
Exactly. And everyone's like, when I first hit off, I even remember the very first person I followed on Twitch, okay? And the first person I ever followed was Boogie2988. I
still remember that. Wow.
I still remember. I didn't get the sub to him because I'm a poor boy gamer. But I hit the follow button, and he looks up and goes, "Thank you, Dave. I'm just gonna call you Dave." And it rubbed off on me. I'm like, I like that. I'm Dave. You know, even though my name's Danny, you know, I'm Dave now. You know. And everyone's like, "Hi, Dave," in chat. And I'm like, "Hi, how's everyone doing?" He goes, "My name's Dave too." And his name was like this obscure number of digits.
Yeah. He's labeled for life now.
Exactly, you know.
You should just change the name. Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, I remember Boogie was the very first person I ever subbed to. Then it was Total Biscuit. But ironically, it was Total Biscuit that brought me towards Twitch. More towards Twitch with the StarCraft tournaments and whatnot. I'm a huge StarCraft 2 follower. I follow the tournaments. I'm a big fan of Root, the Root clan, the clan Root. I can't believe I'm actually beating them in the War Thunder votes. That's what's blowing my mind right now. But I'm a huge fan of Team Root. Root Kane is my favorite player on Team Root. And everyone's like, "You follow StarCraft esports?" Yes, I do. I follow StarCraft esports because the fact that War Thunder is starting its own esports team as well, you know, is what's blowing me away. You know, and they do their own esports tournaments and stuff. I'm a huge advocate of esports in general, and then everyone's going to ask me, is esports a real sport?
Oh yeah, come on.
Honestly,
you're being told on.
I'm being told on, yeah? Yeah, DCC, Dave Deceptive-Cobras, exactly. Exactly.
Half your followers are called Dave, they're saying.
And Jinxie, go get that cookie in the kitchen. Yes, Jinxie, you can go get the cookie in the kitchen. No, my take on that is esports a real sport. Okay, in real sports, you have team camaraderie. You have a coach. They learn. They have tactics and everything else. You have the exact same aspects in esports. Granted, team sports like hockey, baseball, soccer, football. I used to call it football, and then Americans get mad at me. But soccer and football, you know, slash football and American football and rugby and various other sports like tennis, yes, they're physically exerting themselves. But at the same time, how can chess be considered a sport? Because it's in the Olympics.
I mean, like esports in general, and let's just take League of Legends for example. That's also really exhausting to do.
Yes, it is. It is.
Like the stress levels. I wanna bet that they get rid of the same amount of calories and sweat like a football player would have in 90 minutes. It's insane.
Oh yeah. And that's just one round.
Honey.
Yes.
ATX says this question is for you.
Okay.
Do you remember selections of the Army? And have you any advice for it?
Selections of what? I can't. You were too busy laughing.
Selections of the Army, and have you any advice for it? Sorry, I was chasing the question.
Selections of the Army. I assume he's talking about real Army, like the armed service.
yeah, got me.
Okay, pretty much. I went through cadets. In England, we have a thing called the cadets, kind of like Cub Scouts. I went through the cadets, then I went through youth corps, and then I went from youth corps straight into the army. And then from there, I was furloughed over to the armed regiment, to tanks. And that's how I got to being a tank driver. Literally, it was just follow the chain like a Muppet. I just followed that chain all the way up to the top.
Okay, so before this question disappears, I'm going to grab it.
What's the next
This question is for David.
Right.
Who is it with your stopping smoking? Is it hard to go thinking about e-smoking?
The question
what does he mean?
He's talking about e-cigarettes. I think it's aimed at you, honey. Okay, I do vape. Okay, I vape a zero nic juice. Okay, called Hulk's Rage, which is an apple peppermint. Now, my wife, she used to be a smoker, Baroness. She used to be a smoker, and to help her quit smoking, we tried everything: the gum, the everything, and nothing was working. Until I went to a friend who was vaping and goes, "What the hell is that?" And he goes, "It's an e-cigarette." He educated me. I in turn educated my wife. Now my wife knows more about it than I do. To the point where she will go to people like Miss Jinxie in chat and help her set up an e-cigarette for herself.
I think the question is also about me because I'm also a known smoker. Oh, okay. But I think the question is like, how is the stopping with smoking going, and should you try any smoking yourself? But I mean, I did try that, but it's just not really comparable in my opinion. So that's why I already started smoking again. Bad example, but
a lot of people find it really hard to go from regular cigarettes to e-cigarettes because they don't get that same buzz.
Thank you, Reverend, for the follow.
And that buzz is actually all the carcinogens.
Yeah. But again, like I said, my wife has got medical journals on the difference between the two and everything. She could be a freaking doctor on this. But like I said, it's personal. Thank you, follow train. It's a personal preference, guys. Again, guys, it's a personal preference. You know, a lot of people ask me about, you know, can you smoke drugs in this? There are people that have figured out a way of smoking, you know, drugs in this. I do not. This is a zero nic juice that I smoke, that I vape, and plain and simple, I do it because we have a daughter.
Well, one of the reasons we actually did this is because I was told by a back specialist, I have back issues, that he would not operate on my back unless I quit smoking.
So there was that, and also
that worked.
And then he turned around and decided not to operate on my back anyway.
Exactly, but but the vaping stuck. She did try. She did almost fall off the wagon once, and I got her right back on it in a heartbeat. I vape as a moral support for my wife, from Baroness. That's why I vape. I vaped as a moral support for her, because when you're trying to quit something, quitting it alone is hard. Thank you guys for the follow train.
Hey, Denny, I'm actually gonna have to go because dinner is ready. Yes,
okay,
eating dinner at 11:30.
Okay, before you go, really quick,
Sure.
Jeffrey Force asked Intel or AMD.
This is an inside joke between Jeffrey and me because he knows my answer.
I'm an Intel guy. I have a Intel i7. And I'm using NVIDIA graphics cards. I'm Team Green. Sorry, not Team Red. I'm Team Green. Team Green, represent y'all. You know. I'm a Team Green guy.
I think we should try to set it out, right, with doing a game together, maybe on stream.
Definitely.
Yes. Well, what would be good for you?
Yeah, we'll work out a schedule.
Probably somewhere next week if my Dutch audience who are in the chat right now. Well, just feel free to follow this channel, obviously. So I don't have to tweet it out again.
Thank you so much for the follow, guys.
Yeah, thus, just whenever, get a hold of me on Skype, and we'll get it set up.
Probably on Wednesday, maybe?
Yep.
Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah,
Monday's the only day that he will not be available.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's because I have doctor's appointments.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, the wife has a doctor's appointment, and I've got to go talk to my boss about work and a few other things and whatnot. And so, yeah, but other than that, definitely we'll work out a time and a day, and we'll definitely do some more fun to me and you, buddy. Okay. Tell you what I was thinking about doing a custom room. You know, get some of your viewers, some of my viewers in a great big huge 32 battle custom room, and we'll just go at it for the lols. You know. Go at it just for the lols, you know, tanks versus planes, you know, just for the lols.
Oh, dude, we got a battle going on for sure. But exactly. Make it realistic, because in arcade it's like too easy to kill the tanks.
Realistic tank versus arcade. We'll get a custom room opened up, and we'll invite people from the stream and stuff. Yeah, we'll work out the day on it and that, though, mate. Again, thank you guys.
I'm gonna bring out the ISPs all the time.
Exactly. Again, guys, this has been the Pixel Podcast. I have been your digital host with the most, Danny Decepticobras Monahan. Thank you for hanging out. Das, please post your links to your Twitter, your Facebook, everything in the chat. Please go ahead. I greatly appreciate it. Again, guys, thank you for hanging out. Exactly. I greatly appreciate all my new followers. You guys are awesome, and I'm going to do this. And I usually do this for every person, but I'm going to save my voice. But here we go. You're awesome. Welcome to the stream. And yes, I do Cobra Commander's voice.
There's your links. I'm cheating. I ain't going to go find all of them.
Exactly. Again, guys, you know, please, if you haven't subbed to David, please do it. It's a sin if you don't, and you're going to burn in hell. Okay, guys?
Definitely.
Again, guys, thank you, David, for all the love. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one, my friend.